everyone, today I've got your Innkeepers movie review. This is another scary movie that I was interested in seeing because it's close to Halloween, gotta see as many scary movies as possible. This movie stars Sarah Paxton in yet another horror movie role, as she was previously in the Last House on the Left remake. So it wasn't that good, and I don't think this was even better, but it was still scary nonetheless. A couple of people who are running this motel that is going out of business, and apparently there are some crazy things that happen. There's some paranormal things that have been seen in the motel. Sarah Paxton's character wants to check it out, and there's apparently this woman that she, thinks is still lurking around as a ghost or whatever, still lurking around the motel, so she's trying to make contact with her. And it's just like this whole thing where you're not sure, like, if this was all just like pretend or made up, just like in their heads, or this stuff was actually happening. I would say, like, this movie didn't really appeal to me at first, and it wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be, and I started watching it, and it actually was kind of creepy. There were some really creepy characters that I thought, like, they didn't all seem to be who they were going to be. One guy who wants to stay for only that one night, but there's no rooms available that are like finished, so he's just like paying in cash, and he just wants to be left alone, so he kind of seemed a little creepy. And there's this woman who's like a psychic who is like a really famous person, and she was also staying in the motel. So I kind of got suspicious of some of these people who were still staying at the motel, and we eventually like catch up with some of them and find out what's really going on. And it actually got really creepy when the big reveal happened. It was kind of creepy close to the end because of just all the things that kept on popping up, and they were actually really terrifying. Like, I started falling asleep watching this movie, and then all of a sudden this like huge noise, and you see, like, I wake up, it jolts me out of my sleep, and I'm literally staring at the face of the ghost or whatever that was there, and I'm just like, whoa, now that was creepy. Like, literally, it terrified me. Like, I was afraid to go to bed that night because I just couldn't believe it, how terrifying it was. And if that's the only thing that I liked about this movie, then it worked. But otherwise, this movie was not that great. It was an interesting story, and the characters, I'd say, were not that great, and probably wouldn't see this movie again. Overall, I would have to say that this movie did have a few jump scares, and it did creep me out a couple times. I literally wanted to hide from watching this movie, but I'd say it didn't do it at all justice. If you have seen this, let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the Innkeepers, and if you guys were scared by it. If not, why not? And you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates, come back every week for a Child Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.